He survived for a reason. And here's what it is. I want you to look at this man. I want you to look at the blood on the side of his face, which the bullet that nearly took his life. He survived. And here is what that reason is. I want to talk to you tonight about that reason. I want you to keep that picture in your mind. I want to talk about why the bullet missed him and why his mission will not miss him. Because while the Secret Service was tackling a threat to the president, and while patriots across the country was gasping in horror and awe, something else was happening in the spiritual realm. A man of God by the name of Mike Huckabee, a man that fears God, sent a text to the president. And that text shook me to the core. I knew immediately what I must speak about tonight. In that text, Mike Huckabee, the former governor of Arkansas, the former pastor, the ambassador to Israel, did not just speak to Donald Trump in this text, but he spoke for millions of us. And I want to dive in to what he said. Here's one of the lines in his text that stopped me in my tracks and lit my spirit on fire. And I quote, "You did not seek this moment, President Trump. This moment sought you." Ever since Butler, Pennsylvania, that's what every one of us have felt. That moment sought President Trump. He did not seek that moment. Donald John Trump did not wake up one day and decide for himself that he wanted to dodge bullets today. He didn't plan to become the most attacked political figure in modern history. He was not seeking a crown or a kingship. He was building hotels. That's what he was doing. But heaven said otherwise. And my friends, let me remind you, when a moment seeks a man, it's because the author of time has written that man into the chapter. I hope you heard that. When a moment seeks a man, it's because the author of time has written that man into that chapter. Moses did not seek a burning bush. A burning bush sought Moses. David did not seek a Goliath. Goliath sought David. Esther did not seek the scepter. The scepter sought her. Donald Trump did not seek this moment that he is living in right now. This moment found him because someone had to stand where others were bowing. Let me quote Mike Huckabee. He said, "You have many voices speaking to you, sir, but there is only one voice that matters, his voice." Mike Huckabee was a prophet to Donald Trump because he has the ear of Donald Trump. That was not a politician talking. That was a prophet in disguise, Mike Huckabee. Because the truth is, Donald Trump is surrounded not just by Secret Service agents, but by manipulators and pitiful preachers like Paula White that doesn't know the word of God from a hole in the ground, no doctrinal theology. She has no idea who Israel is. She is clueless and she is his spiritual advisor. I said what I said. He's surrounded by flatterers, leeches, advisors, and wolves in red ties. They're all around Donald Trump. But the only voice that matters right now is the voice of Yahweh. Not Karl Rove, not the Wall Street Journal, not Newt Gingrich, only his voice. That's the voice that told Noah to build when everyone else told him not to. Mr. President, listen to the voice. Because, Mr. President, right here on this chat tonight in my little podcast, there is a myriad of opinions from everybody that you should not get involved or you should. But you listen to me. None of our voices matter. There is a gut feeling inside of you, sir. I know it. I've felt it all my life. That feeling, sir, will lead you right now. Noah built an ark. Everybody that meant him well said, Noah, don't do it. There was a voice that told Gideon to rise when everyone else told him not to. There was a voice that told Peter, step into the water. And that voice will guide you, Mr. Trump, if only you will listen. Steal away, like Mr. Huckabee said, and seek for that voice. Mike Huckabee continued in that letter and said these words, again, I quote, Mr. President, you sent me to Israel to be your eyes, your ears, and your voice. Our flag will not come down. Let me tell you what that means, my friend. That's not just about the stars and the stripes. It's not just about geopolitics or embassies or red, white, and blue bunting. This is about spiritual territory. God sent Mike Huckabee as a prophet to Israel. When Trump moved that embassy to Jerusalem, he didn't just make a bold political move. There was a voice in him that made a prophetic alignment. Huckabee's still there today, watching, praying, standing. And he said what every patriot should be saying right now. I will not abandon this post, Mr. Trump. Let me ask you, Toto Town, will you abandon the boast of prayer? Get rid of your opinions and pray for your president. We're living in perilous times, troubled times. We're running out of toes. We're running out of toenails. Donald Trump did not dodge a bullet to be a president. He dodged a bullet to be in the office at the very moment when the king of the South would provoke Israel. Let me talk to you real plain tonight. That bullet in Butler, that was a hellish assignment from the very pits of hell. Make no mistake, it wasn't just random. It wasn't just an act of violence. It was spiritual. It was coordinated. It was a direct hit attempt on destiny. But the shot missed. And Mr. Huckabee said in his text today, God spared you in Butler, Pennsylvania, to be the most consequential president in a century, maybe ever. More consequential than Ronald Reagan, more consequential than Truman, more pivotal than Kennedy, because Trump is not a political figure. He's a disruption to the plan. The elite plan, the global plan, the end time chessboard did not plan on him. I wish I had a voice tonight. The shot missed. The bullet bounced. Why? Because it's not over yet. History is watching this moment. Heaven is weighing this moment. It's not about elections or debates or swing states. God didn't raise you up, MAGA, to be a political movement. You were always a spiritual movement that had to get involved in politics. This is about whether or not America will return to her covenant roots, her identity, and know that she must defend Judah, her elder brother, because she is Israel. America is. This is not about whether we, the people, will choose a leader who kneels only to the Almighty instead of the woke mob. This is about whether Trump will rise from the blood-stained soil of Butler, not just to finish a term, but to fulfill an end-time destiny. I want to end this podcast the way that Huckabee ended his text. Again, I quote, "You did not seek this moment. This moment sought you." He told the president, "It's my honor to serve you." Every one of you watching me tonight around the world, 5 years ago, you got caught up in something that took over your lives. It changed everything about you. You know why? You didn't seek this moment. This moment sought you. It caught you for an end time spirit work. Has nothing to do with politics. You may not be the president of the United States, MAGA, Toto's army, but you too were born for this moment. This is not just Trump's mission. This is our moment. This is your post of duty. Don't abandon it. Don't get distracted by the Tucker Carlsons and the Candace Owens and those that are falling off the ship. Don't be distracted by those that are drowning. Don't grow weary. Stand like Mike Huckabee. Speak up watch like a patriot. Pray like a prophet. Why? Because you didn't seek this moment. This moment sought you. You're living in a time that no one's ever lived in before. The greatest hour ever known to mankind. Stay strong. We win in the end. Good night, America.
In the hills of Tennessee, across the plains